Intentionality is so important when manifesting because we don't want no half-assed energy. You don't want half-assed desires coming to you. You want full intentional desires coming your way. So you have to show up to the divine mirror of life with that intentionality, with that full energy as well. So think about your devotion. How can you devote yourself to your practices, to your manifestation once you've grounded back into that why? Hello gorgeous souls, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. So today's video is all about motivation with manifestation. How can you keep motivated, focused, productive and consistent in that manifesting process? You'll have to excuse me as well. I'm recovering from the flu that has been going around, so I don't sound my usual healthy self today. But if you're new here to my channel, then welcome. My name is Emma. I'm an award-winning life coach, 3 times best-selling manifestation author, law of attraction YouTuber here on my channel, and I'm the host of the #1 spirituality podcast on iTunes, Spiritual Queen's Badass Podcast. And here on my channel, I cover all things law of attraction, manifestation, spirituality, and self-help. So not only do I really hope you're going to enjoy this video, but the abundance of videos here on my channel over the last 10 years. So, motivation with manifestation. It's a question that I get asked a lot, and I see it more and more consistently nowadays, where people feel like they've fallen off the bandwagon, they feel uninspired, they feel unmotivated, they don't know what to manifest, maybe after a period of manifesting quite a few things into their life. And I just want to reassure you that this is totally normal. We are cyclical beings, so it is not possible for us to be at that high momentum energy, high vibration, in the same energy of frequency consistently 24/7. That's just not how our bodies work. It's not how our vibration works. It's not how the law of polarity works. And it's just not sustainable to expect that of ourselves and put ourselves in that expectation of being perfect all the time, or motivated or inspired or consistent with every single manifestation practice. Life happens at the end of the day, and we have to, honor our cycles and honor what season of our life we're in with that. And, I think it's important to remember that if you have just had a season of manifesting a lot of wonderful things into your life, there's nothing wrong with enjoying that. There's nothing wrong with being present with that. I highly encourage you to be present with your desires, to enjoy the season of life that you're in. And you'll know when it's the right time to focus on manifesting something new. You'll know when you feel inspired and drawn to a new project or manifesting something. Like, your intuition and yourself are your best guide, your best guru, and you will know when is the right time to do that. Maybe you're in a season of life where you're more in the divine feminine energy right now, that inner winter, where you're being called to do the inner work, where you're being called to go inwards, to rest, to put down, not necessarily pick up, go, high momentum energy like the summer divine masculine energy is. So as we kind of shift into, here in the Northern Hemisphere, the outer autumn winter energy, we're actually being called to go within now. We're being called to shed, to let go, to release, so that we can hibernate over the winter, restore, fill our cup, nurture our soil to be able to bloom and receive abundance come spring, summer next year. So that's the kind of seasonal aspects and seasonal meanings that we can experience in our outer reality, but we also have those inner seasons as well. So although we may be in autumn here in the Northern Hemisphere in our outer season, you might be in that inner summer where you feel motivated and inspired, and you're achieving, you are seeing the abundance of your manifestations. Whereas you might be in an inner winter, for example, and you're like, that is the last thing I want to do. I want to rest, put down, release. I do not want to be picking up and forcing and pushing things. So really listen to the cycles of your body, the cycles of your energy, because working with the seasons, working with your inner seasons and outer seasons allows you to magnetize abundance to you so much more powerfully. But I want to start off with inquiries around, do you need to reset? We all need to hit that reset button every now and again, and sometimes we just need to hit the button, reset, and start anew. Injecting fresh energy into our practices, into our daily routines, into just anything in life is always a good idea when it's maybe feeling a bit stuck or stagnant and it's not feeling as juicy or exciting as it used to. So it could be that it's time for you to look at your daily practices, reevaluate them, rejuvenate them, try some new things. It could be that maybe the manifesting rituals and things that you're doing to manifest your desires equally don't feel as inspiring anymore. And I wish I could give you like the one tool that's going to inspire and motivate you, but it will be different for every single person. These are the tools that I set you up for success for, but the actual thing that motivates you and inspires you will change. Now, I'm going to give you some examples and tools today to take away with you to try and discover what that thing is for you. But essentially, it's not necessarily that the practices are wrong or what you're doing isn't working. It's more of a case of, is it serving you? Is it raising your vibration? Is it setting up the container for motivation, focus, consistency, and productivity? Is it setting you up in the right way? Maybe something you were doing 6 months ago isn't setting you up in the right way anymore. And that's okay, because we change and we grow. Our energy is always up leveling and changing and evolving. So why wouldn't our practices evolve with us? So maybe it's you're in this new season now, you've stepped up, you've stepped into a new energetic level, and actually you just need to upgrade your practices with that to meet your new level, to meet that new energy that you're at. I do actually have a reset video that I will link down below. So if you want to hit the reset button and you feel that that's where you need to go, I will link that video, and I highly recommend watching it for more tips on how to reset with your manifestation and get yourself out of like a manifesting rut, so to speak. And also my book, Positively Wealthy, my second book, is the perfect reset. It is the perfect reset, and I turn to it anytime that I need a reset, and I know you guys do too as well, because you love it so much. So it is a 33-day fun manifesting challenge. So it kind of gives you that challenge energy, that container to hit the reset, try new things, and get yourself in that vortex of abundance and magnetizing once again. So sometimes we do just have to hit the reset button with motivation, but a lot of the time it can go deeper. And where it goes deeper is looking into what is your why. So why are you manifesting something? Or even why are you manifesting as a whole? Even if your motivation isn't around a particular thing, it could be just manifestation as a whole. Why are you manifesting? What is your why? What is your motivator? And in moments of worry or fear or distrust, I always say ground back into your why. Write your why on a sticky note, put it on a mirror, put it on your phone, so that when you have those moments of wobble, when you are sat there feeling unmotivated and uninspired, which is inevitable, it will happen in life because of various things that impact us, impact our energy, impact our moods, impact our emotions. So in those moments of wobble, what is your why? How can you ground back into that why? So why are you manifesting that money? Why are you manifesting a better life for yourself? Why are you manifesting great health? Why are you manifesting a relationship into your life? Why are you doing law of attraction? So write your why down. Pause this video and write it down now, and just reflect upon what your why is. Maybe it's taken you by surprise. Maybe you haven't thought about it for a while and it's still the same as it was. Maybe it surprised you and it's changed. Maybe it's a whole brand new why and that's shifted maybe from a previous why, and maybe that's what's been kind of zapping your energy and your motivation and your inspiration, because you're not connected to that why. You're not connected to the true essence of why you're doing this, or why you're showing up, or why you're committing to those practices. So I would definitely start off by hitting the reset button and grounding back into that why. Another part of creating the container for motivation and inspiration and focus and consistency is making it fun and joyful. I've already touched upon the importance of shaking up your routine, trying new things, injecting new energy, creating the space for new energy to come into your life by, making a change, trying something new, hitting the reset button. But essentially, what makes something long lasting, what makes something consistent in your life is devotion, which I'm going to get to in a second, but also making it fun and joyful. Because if something is zapping your energy, it feels like a chore. Why on earth would you want to continue it? Why would you want to do it? You wouldn't, right? It's no fun. So motivation does come from creating joy and fun. As we know, joy is the ultimate creator with manifestation. So think about how you can make it fun and how you can make it feel more joyful and expansive to you, and what motivation sparks from that. So devotion then. statement. I believe that devotion creates consistency, and it's through those devotional practices to ourselves. Now, it can look like daily routines, it can look like gratitude, it can look like self-care, it can look like a whole ton of things. The thing is not necessarily what you're doing, it's the devotion and energy behind it. So when you do something with love, when you do something intentionally, when you ritualize something and make it beautiful, whether it's a gratitude practice and you just take the moment to light a candle or ground in and meditate or put a nice fragrance on whilst you're doing it, or maybe even some music. It doesn't have to be grand, lavish, or even cost you any money, but just ritualizing and devoting that practice to yourself makes it become consistent, because it's almost self-care to yourself of, I love myself enough to give myself this time. I love myself enough to be fully intentional with this practice that I'm doing. And intentionality is so important when manifesting, because we don't want no half-assed energy. You don't want half-assed desires coming to you. You want full intentional desires coming your way. So you have to show up to the divine mirror of life with that intentionality, with that full energy as well. So think about your devotion. How can you devote yourself to your practices, to your manifestation, once you've grounded back into that why? Devotion, ritualization, and making it intentional will create the container for consistency, because it will feel fun, it'll feel joyful to do those things for yourself. You'll be honoring yourself and what that ritual looks like for you, not what it looks like for me or anybody else. So it becomes authentic and it becomes a ritual that you want to do every day or you want to do weekly, because it becomes more fun at that point. So I definitely think when I'm lacking motivation, I really make the effort to be intentional, romanticize things, be devotional with it, so that I'm pouring my full energy into it. And then I can see, is this what is in alignment for me? Is it not? Do I need to be doing something else? So it's always a good test of alignment as well when we are doing those devotional practices to ourselves. But as I said at the beginning, we're not always going to be motivated. And that is why our spiritual toolkit and our daily practice really comes in those moments. And that is what really supports and anchors me in those seasons of feeling unmotivated, uninspired. Like every single human being will feel that. And it's making sure that you have the tools in your spiritual toolkit to anchor you in and ground you in, so that in those moments of lack of trust or wobbles or just feeling unmotivated, you have those things you can turn to help and support you, but also anchor you back in. And also sometimes it's just a season to be. It's just a season to celebrate. It's just a season to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So the biggest takeaway that I want you to take away from this video is tuning into yourself, tuning into your body, tuning into your alignment here and now. Does it feel like the season to push? Does it feel like the season to go and make it happen? Or does it feel like the season to reflect, to realign, to pivot, to go within? Once you have that answer, you can then ground into your why. You can devote yourself and be intentional with your practices and create the container for motivation. I know myself with work projects, for example, if I'm really not feeling something, but I know I want to do it and it still feels like a hell yes, for me, it's about creating the right environment. So with my writing, for example, I make sure that I have my favorite cup of peppermint tea. I make sure that it's a Sunday afternoon when I'm my most relaxed and able to open up and channel, and I want to write. It feels good to me because I'm not rushing around and doing other stuff like I would on a weekday. So for me, I know that my devotional practice is a Sunday afternoon, and that is what sets me up for success. Working out, for example, fitness. I know that certain days of the week I'm going to feel more motivated to do that. I know that the certain Peloton classes that I do with Cody, big up Cody, motivate and inspire me because I love his humor. I love the music he plays. Whereas when I've done other fitness classes before, I haven't maybe resonated with them as much, or I haven't, wanted to do it because I haven't felt inspired by the fitness instructor, or it's become boring, it's become a chore. Whereas I haven't had that because I really make Peloton a fun experience for myself and set myself up for success with that. Yoga is exactly the same. I adore yoga with Adrian here on YouTube and Grow with Joe as well here on YouTube. I will link their channels down below because I get asked about them all the time when I mention them. I love doing Joe's dance videos. I love doing Adrian's yoga videos, and because I connect to those people, I love their work and it really aligns with me and what I want from my experience with fitness. that's what makes it consistent and devotional for me, because it's in alignment. So look at what is in alignment for you. Also, what are you prioritizing in this season of your life? A lot of the time when we say we don't have time for stuff, we do have time for it, we're just not prioritizing it. So think about why you're not prioritizing that thing. Is it because you maybe need to sit down with yourself and work out your time better and time management? Maybe it's because something else is calling you in a different direction this season, and that's okay. Maybe it's just not the right time to put all your energy into that thing or that project or that skill, whatever you want to learn. So it's really about being honest with yourself and tuning in. Like, when it's the time to do something, you will feel the call to do it. You will feel motivated and you will feel inspired. So alignment really does come into a lot of what I've been sharing with you today, and tuning into what your alignment is here and now, and whether that thing is in alignment to be pursued here, or whether it's, something for another time when you might wake up and think, oh my God, I feel totally inspired to do that now, and this is the right time to do it. I often get this myself. So trust your body, trust your timing, and trust your alignment. But I hope this video has been really helpful for you. Let me know what you're going to try in the comments below. I'd love to hear. And what motivates and inspires you? What do you feel sets you up for success? Let me know. But anything that I've mentioned resource-wise, I will link in the description below, so you have some easy accessible links. But thank you so much, gorgeous souls, for watching. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below, because I reply to them all. And don't forget, you can also join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have an incredible week, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you all in my next video, which will be next week. Lots of love.